VAATV, Vietnamese American Arizona Television.
Hi, I'm Lynn V. Here's our weekly news. On average, Americans die with $61,000 in debt. Who pay? U.S. Senate candidate McSally Sinema tee up for debate this fall. Arizona ranked among worst states in nation for women equality. Court remove invest in education from November ballot. And here's the detail. On average, Americans die with $61,000 in debt. Who pay? According to a 2017 study from Credit.com, using data from Credit Bureau Experian, the average amount of debt is $61,554. The average unpaid balance includes student loans $25,391, other loans $17,111, personal loan $14,793, and credit card $4,531. So who's responsible for paying that debt? When you die, your debt becomes the responsibility of your estate. Your estate includes everything that was yours outright up until the final day of your life. Your car, your furniture, your savings, and so on. Ideally, you will have written a will and will have chosen an executor to carry out your wishes. Creditors may go only after the access of your estate. Family members should be free from having to pay any of the money you own, unless they co-sign with you on specific debts. Arizona is one of the 9 states considered as community property state, and therefore, your spouse will be liable for your debts. The other community property states are California, Idaho, Louisiana, Nevada, New Mexico, Texas, Washington, and Wisconsin. So, we will ask the question, what if the debt can't be repaid? When the estate can't cover the given debt, the creditor usually has the right to seize whatever it is the loan paid for. For example, if a family member inherits your home after you die, but can't pay off your home equity loan immediately, then the lender can reclaim the house. Your heir will have the option of selling the home, paying off the remaining mortgage, and keeping the balance of the money. A car with an unpaid auto loan can be repossessed by the lender, unless your heir who gets the car decides to keep making payments. The executor must try to pay off the debt that could not involve any kind of seizure, like private student loans. But once the estate money runs out, creditors are out of luck. Another question, what if you don't leave a will? If you don't have a will or name an executor, then the state will try to locate someone who was the closest to you to act as an executor. In most states, the government will turn to your spouse, look for a next of kin who can legally inherit under state law, or try to find another person to take on the job. Whoever acts as executor will then attempt to use your estate to pay off your bills. If no executor or heir can be found, then your money will go straight to the creditors. And if there's anything left, it will be absorbed by the state. Is anything beyond the reach of creditors? Yes, creditor cannot touch life insurance policy or retirement accounts. Any access from these sources go directly to the beneficiary you have named. In fact, taking out a life insurance policy is a proven way to protect your spouse's financial future if you die before you are able to pay off shared debt. Remember to keep your beneficiary information up to date on your life insurance and your IRA, 401k, or any other retirement accounts. If your named beneficiary dies before they can inherit your money, any life insurance benefit or retirement money could become subject to creditors. U.S. Senate candidate McSally Sinema tee up for debate this fall. Arizona voters may finally get to see a debate this year's U.S. Senate race. Democratic candidate Rep. Kristen Sinema on Friday proposed 2 televised debates with Republican Rep. Martha McSally. They are both running to capture the seat being vacated by retiring U.S. Senator Jeff Flake. Both candidates won their party's nomination in Tuesday's primary. Neither party held a debate during the primary season, meaning any debate this fall would be the first for the campaign cycle. Sinema said one of the debates should focus on health care. McSally said on Twitter she is excited to debate Sinema, and Arizona voters deserve to know where the candidates stand. No dates are set just yet. A woman will serve as U.S. Senator for the first time in Arizona's 106 years history. Voters elected U.S. Rep. Kristen Sinema and Martha McSally to represent the Democratic and Republican parties, respectively, in the November general election. Sinema took home more than 82% of the Democratic vote, while McSally's lead was a little tighter at 51%. The primary election on Tuesday was the end of a month-long campaign season to fill the seat for U.S. Senator Jeff Flake, who announced last year that he would not seek re-election. Arizona ranked among worst states in nation for women's equality. According to a recent Wallet Hope study, Arizona ranked as the fourth worst state for women equality. Wallet Hope compared all 50 states using 16 metrics, including the gap between men's and women's income and the difference in hour work by gender. The study focused on three key areas: workplace environment, political empowerment, and education and health. Some key rankings for Arizona included 18th for the gap between male and female executives, 23rd for the political representation gap, 43rd for the gap between male and female advanced degree holder, 50 for the disparity between men and women unemployment rate. New York, Minnesota, and Maine were named the top 3 best states for women equality, while Texas, Idaho, and Utah fell below Arizona. Data for the study was pulled from the U.S. Census Bureau, Bureau of Labor Statistics, and the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, among other sources. According to a World Economic Forum report, the U.S. as a whole ranked 49 out of 144 countries for women equality in 2017, dropping from its previous rank in 2016 at 45. Politicians and activists brought awareness to this number on Sunday, which was Women's Equality Day. This day celebrates the anniversary of the adoption of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote in 1920. Congress created the holiday in 1971. Court removed Invest in Education from November ballot. The Arizona Supreme Court barred a ballot proposal seeking to raise income taxes on the wealthy to fund schools from appearing on the November ballot. In an order Wednesday, Chief Justice Scott Bell said a majority of the court found that the measure description of the change in tax rate create a danger of confusion or unfairness. The order reversed a lower court ruling earlier this month that rejected the legal challenge to the measure. The Secretary of State office had previously said organizers gather enough petition signatures to appear on the ballot, but opponents keep pushing their lawsuit. Opponents said the tax hike would have harmed the state economy, while supporters say it would have raised an estimated $690 million for school. The tax proposal came after the 6-day teacher strike, where tens of thousands of educators walked out of classrooms and protest at the state capitol to demand increase in education funding. They sought $1 billion in new funding for school, while Republican Governor Doug Ducey pushed for a plan to raise teacher salary by 20% by 2020. Ducey's proposal passed as part of the state budget, along with a partial restoration of nearly $400 million recessionary cut and a pledge to fill in the rest within 5 years. But many striking teachers said that wasn't enough to address classroom need. They channeled their effort towards signature gathering for the Invest in Education Act. The proposal sought to raise the income tax rate to 8% for individuals earning more than $250,000 and households earning more than $500,000 for the portion of their income above those cut off. Under the measure, individuals who earn more than $500,000 and households who earn more than $1 million would have paid 9% above those cut off. Arizona for Race School and a Strong Economy, a group contesting Proposal 207, released a statement that said the court made the right decision. Not only was the initiative poorly crafted, it was the wrong plan. It would have harmed all taxpayers, small businesses, and would not have delivered on its promise for teachers while weakening education reform that were achieved in a bipartisan fashion under Proposition 301, it said. A proposal that would have taxed high-income earners to have fund Arizona education system won't be appearing on the ballot this November. The Arizona Supreme Court issued a ruling on Wednesday that the initiative, which would have been Proposition 207, didn't include an adequate description of the proposition and couldn't be on the ballot. They said the 100-word description of the change in tax rate and the omission of the changes in indexing for inflation create a significant danger of confusion or unfairness. Supporters of the initiative said the High Court is playing politics. I'm Lynn V. Thanks for watching our news of the week. See you next time and have a wonderful week.